you had Marshall Faulk on Life in Pieces last year.
We did. He was great.
And Kurt Warner just shot an episode with you and Colin Hanks and the crew at the Coliseum just a couple weeks ago.
That is correct. Yeah, we had Kurt and we had Marshall. And while we were at the Coliseum shooting, B-roll at the Rams-Bills game, we ran into Marshall. And
you did?
Yeah, and he had heard that Kurt had shot an episode. And I don't know, these guys are so insanely competitive still.
Did he bring up?
Oh, of course he did. He was like, who is better? Who is better?
So let's get an answer to that question.
I can't answer that question.
Yes, you can.
I totally can. I can answer that question. I'm not going to answer that question.
Okay. So that they are that insanely competitive.
They really are, man. And it's no joke. And we're actually now at the point where we're really excited to try to maybe find a way to have them both on again at the same time so we can work something out. But it was great.
One time I did at a Super Bowl an interview with both Emmitt Smith and Jerry Rice.
Oh, wow.
And I interviewed them and went to break saying we'll be back with more with these guys. And one of them is a champion with Dancing with the Stars and the other person was a runner-up. And Jerry Rice spent the entire commercial break, Thomas, staring a hole through me. He was pissed because he doesn't want to be called out on any competition that he did not win.
It's really intense. I mean, first of all, Kurt Warner is legitimately one of the nicest human beings you'll ever meet in your entire life, right?
Yes.
I mean, he really, really is.
Yeah.
But talking to Marshall, you realize that once he strapped on the helmet and stepped on the field, he becomes a completely different animal.
So did Kurt, too, by the way. He kind of had
Well, that's what he was saying. Like, that Kurt just, like, there was something that clicked in his brain when he and then he would come off the field and he was Kurt and he was just the sweetest guy you ever wanted to meet, you know? And we sort of saw a little bit of that. We had him play in a game of cornhole in the episode.
Kurt? Yeah. Well, he's from Iowa too now.
Oh no, I know. So it's like this is a big thing. So we had him play in a game of cornhole in the episode with our teenager Neil, and Kurt had to like sort of cheat to win, and it actually started to get a little bit like he started pushing Neil. He started shoving him around. I started sort of manhandling him, and he's like a scrawny little kid. I mean, not scrawny. Neil, you're lovely. You're a great human being. You're buff and you're amazing. Yeah. But in comparison to a professional football player, it was awesome. You just get to see like that part of him click in and go, oh man, these guys are really super competitive.
They are. I'm going to take a stab and say Kurt was better than Marshall.
Wow.
Got a dead stare down and half of a head nod in the affirmative. I'm going to throw that out there.
That's how you're going to play that?
That's hell.
Kurt, I didn't, that wasn't me.
Okay.
That's his interpretation.
Okay, Kurt and Marshall are on it, and that'll be later on this season with Kurt. Thanks for coming on, Thomas.
Thank you, man.
You got it. That's Thomas Sadoski here. Check out Life in Pieces on CBS again, Thursdays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, now that Thursday Night Football is moving over to the Peacock Network.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.